Welcome to Cousins in Conversation. It's your girl, Miss T, and
Cousin Candy.
all right. Well, I hope you guys have had an amazing week. I know I have. And normally, how about you, Candy?
Oh, I had a great week.
You had a great week, good.
Yeah.
So, again, welcome to Cousins in Conversations, and we always like to start off our segments by saying what we are
Grateful for.
or thankful
for. Because for me, both things mean a lot.
Yes. And they both, pretty much the same. But for me, I am very thankful that, this week I unfortunately, I caught a cold and I've been fighting that all week. But I just thank the Lord and I'm so grateful that I haven't been like down. I did go to work and was sent home.
I was about to say, you went to work with a cold.
I went to work with a
Colds
cold.
are contagious.
They can be. And so, for me,
At least for the first 3 days. That's what they say.
Yes, for me, I felt fine, right?
Uh-huh.
You have a runny nose. In the beginning, I wasn't coughing. So it was just more of just my nose, and I'm feeling a little stopped up. So, you do the home remedies and things like that. And then probably by that second day, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not feeling my best. But I am just grateful that even when I didn't feel my best, I still felt good.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So with the common cold, you just have to rest and, take all the stuff. So I'm just grateful that I didn't have a fever and, all of that. I didn't have to go to the doctor or anything.
Right.
So, you get concerned when you start having that cough. But I am just truly, truly grateful that I still felt good through this whole time. I'm not completely 100%,
Right.
but I'm
I can
still
hear it
moving.
in your voice.
Yeah.
I can hear it in your voice,
I'm
but your
still
actions
moving.
are fine.
Yes, my spirits are still up, so I'm just so grateful for that. And how about you, Candy?
Yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my health and that I didn't have cold or anything else that really bothered me per se this week. I'm grateful for some good news that I got, and I'm grateful for anybody else who had good news. I decided that I'm going to make everyone else's good news my good news, so I'm always going to be happy. So if something good happens for you, I'm grateful.
Yes.
Because you just have to be happy for other people. So I'm grateful that everybody else that had something good happen for them this week, that it did. And I'm happy and I'm feeling it.
Yes. I love that.
So, other than that, everything, it was a pretty normal week for me. So I'm grateful that there was no hiccups, nothing bad happened, so it's just a pretty good week. I was blessed this week with a full week of just goodness.
That's good. That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. But before we start, our topic today, I just want to touch on, I don't know, I didn't get to call you yesterday, but I just wanted to know if you caught the movie Straw by Tyler
I did
Perry.
not, but
Okay.
I heard it was being spoken about on some talk show I was looking at with Taraji Henson on it, and she was just talking about her piece that she plays in it. It's pretty much around her.
She is the leading lady.
Yeah, and she was, so that's all I know of it. I have not seen it, but just listening to them all speak about it, it's definitely something that I want to see. I'm sure I'll be able to relate just on so many different points, and so I can't wait to see it, but have not at this point.
Yes, well, I saw it, of course.
Oh.
And I actually watched it again. I watched it for the second time. But I just want to say that it was very well written, as I said in one of my posts on my other social media pages. But what I'm speaking about today is the fact that when I woke up today and I was on social media and all different platforms, I see that Tyler Perry's movie, The Straw, is #1 already.
I'm sure.
On
From what I was hearing, I was like, I know I got to see it.
It just like lit me up, just inside. because
that's
you know it came out yesterday.
Yes.
Which is why it's important for us to go to the movies.
I know.
When I used to go to the movies
anymore.
I used to try to go on the opening, especially when it was an
Mhm.
African American
movie.
film.
Being
Yes,
featured.
I would go or try my best to go on the opening night. First of all, it's exciting.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, if it's a big movie, you know, huge,
Yes.
with, you know, when it comes to the writers and the producers and the actors, whomever is in that film, you may get the actors in the audience.
Yes.
I've experienced that
Yes.
before as well.
Mhm.
And so that's why it's just really important, because those numbers come out on the opening day. And so if you have not seen the movie, you need to see it. Listen, you can drop me a comment. I'll give you my account so you can watch it if you don't have Netflix. But it was good, and I think
I
it's
don't
one
have
of his best.
Netflix. Maybe that's why I didn't see it either.
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
have
only,
Netflix.
it's only on
Mhm.
Netflix.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times before, with my carrier, I get free Netflix.
Okay.
And so before I was with this carrier, when I was with the other ones, you know, I would only purchase Netflix if there was a movie, and especially
that you really want to see.
yeah,
Mhm.
especially like Tyler Perry movies.
Right.
I would just.
So you're a big
keep
fan
it.
of his, huh?
I'm a huge fan of Tyler
Yes,
Perry.
I am
huge
too.
fan.
His movies are always good.
Yeah.
I don't think there's been one that I've seen
Mhm.
that I said I wish I hadn't seen because it was
Right.
a flop.
Exactly.
I've not experienced that at all.
Yeah. There's some of his comedic
Oh, yeah,
films
TV shows
are kind of silly,
Yes.
you know.
Now those,
And I just
yeah.
be like, Tyler, no.
Exactly.
And so it's not the whole thing that I don't like. It's just like bits and pieces, because, you know, I'm not really that dry humor girl. Like, I want
Right.
something that's going to really make me laugh.
Exactly.
And then,
Same here.
but I love him. I love what he stands for.
Yeah.
I love his background. I don't know if you've ever seen his documentary.
I've not seen this documentary.
Yeah, you got to see that one. You get a lot of
insight on him.
yeah,
I've
the
heard
history.
bits and pieces of his life.
Yeah.
I've never seen the documentary,
So, you know,
but I know it wasn't all good.
yeah.
I know that.
This was definitely about his life,
Mhm.
where it started from, and why he's where he is, and why he hustles the way that he hustles.
Non-stop.
Because the odds were definitely against him. Instead of, you know, people that have been abused and things like that, you know, some people use that and they stay stagnant.
And use
And
it as
he
a
did
crutch.
not. Yes.
You know,
He
just-
did not.
yeah.
And so, like I said in my post yesterday, I'm like, I want to be like Tyler Perry when I grow up. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, then I guess I have some growing to do, because I too want to be like
Yes.
Tyler Perry.
And
But you're never too old.
You're never too old. You're never too old. And not necessarily to be rich. I want to be rich in so many other different areas, and not necessarily in finances.
Right.
But I want to be rich in being grounded and standing on what I believe in, and helping, you know, other people. And that's what he has done. So when I see people, I get very passionate about. When I see people, I hear people talk negative about him as if I know him, right? But I'm like, you know, everybody is different in their craft.
That's
you know,
right.
you may not like the way, you know, that I speak, or the way that, you know, I walk, or whatever it may be. But when I hear those critics talk about him,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, just because, you know, you are an amazing writer or producer or director, you know, I think he's just as good,
Yes,
if not better.
Contact.
Okay, not contact. She old, y'all. She old. Contact, baby. She making me call.
And yeah, I mean, I am old. And what about
I'm
me?
too. I'm old too, but I'm just not as old as her. But I'm old too. Okay. But yeah, we used to say that all the time.
Yeah,
Contact.
contact, yeah.
So yeah, and so I don't like the idea, because some people don't like his film. And they bash, okay, you don't have to watch it. Once you've watched it and you've seen it, or you've read about what it's about, and you've decided like, I'm not gonna watch that, then okay, just move along. Like, do we
There's
have
so
to?
many other things that you could be watching.
Yes. And do we have to just bash people like that? We don't have to do
You
that.
do not.
We don't. So yeah,
Okay.
I wanted to just talk about that. Really, that should have been my topic for today because I had so much more to say about it. But I'm gonna stop right there. So our topic today is pop culture and trends.
And
And
speak a little bit about what
So-
pop culture actually is.
pop culture is basically, honestly, if you Google it, it's just what's hot.
Okay.
What's going on now? What's happening, right?
Okay.
So right now,
What's
and
hot?
it's more, and it's not necessarily in the urban community because pop, it's like Taylor Swift. She's like considered a pop star. So is Beyonce, right? They both are pop, but one is African American, one is Caucasian.
So it has nothing
But
to do
right
with
now-
race, I guess.
No, it doesn't. But
Mhm.
it, back in the day, I think when people talked about pop culture, they kind of pivoted and connected it to urban, which is not. It's totally different. And I used to get the pop culture. It was a magazine. It was called Pop Culture, and I used to get that. But there was a lot of urban in that magazine. So I don't know if that kind of came from that. But pop culture is basically what is happening now.
Okay.
Which when we talk about music, who's the hottest right now? Beyonce, right? She
Or at
is.
least one of the hottest.
She is the hottest.
Okay.
She
I mean,
is.
I don't know.
I was a big fan when she was in Destiny's Child because my girls came up and they loved, and I took them to see, Destiny's Child, and I think I loved her when she first came out.
I even went to see her, on my birthday. I forget what age I was turning then.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I went to see her, and I remember I wore cowboy stuff. Oh my gosh, that is so. And the cowboy hat and all this. And this is many, many years ago.
Right.
And now that's what's blowing up. It's her cowboy.
She's
something
from the South,
from
she's
Texas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. And I think that was why I wore that then, was because she was from Texas. And I did all that, the whole blue jean thing, the shorts and it was a denim vest and the cowboy hat and the teeth. I wish I could find that picture. Only the Lord knows where it's at now. But that would be so funny for me to find that and just post it, because it actually have the year and stuff on it, because it was my birthday. Somebody, I had the picture, they had the booth and they took a picture of me.
Wow.
I would really love to find that. I'm going to look through all the billions of pictures that I have.
Yeah.
And hopefully I can find it. But
Exactly. Yeah.
So
I
Beyonce
agree.
is number one right now.
So Beyonce, she's always number one, honestly. I mean,
wow.
Taylor Swift has been there, but she doesn't stay there. Taylor Swift is good. I would honestly like to go see her one day.
I don't know a bit of her music.
Yeah, you've heard it, I'm sure. I've heard a few things too. You hear it on some of
What's
the
sing a
TikTok.
piece
I
or
don't know. I don't.
something?
No. I ain't say. Look, I know it when I hear it.
Oh, okay.
So, because I'm not, into her, so I don't know the names of the songs.
Okay.
Beyonce, I know a lot of her songs, but basically pop culture. And so when I was researching, and they were telling me what the pop culture is, we also don't think about because pop culture is here, and then you have the umbrella of all of what's under the pop culture. So we're talking about music, which is Beyonce. When you talk about
the thing that
the-
came to my
on
mind
TV.
was clothing. For
right,
some reason.
and again,
Yeah.
that's what people think
Yeah.
about when you think about the pop culture, and that's what I was going to say. So you talk about
what have
style,
you. Mhm.
right? So you have music, you have entertainment, television entertainment. The hottest right now is Netflix.
Okay.
Netflix is the hottest, right? When it comes to pop culture.
I stay stuck on ID, so I wouldn't know.
Okay, you're gonna have to come up out of that, okay? Please, ma'am. I'm gonna need you to come up. Come on. Come on.
Everything else is going on around me. I know nothing about.
And so it's then you have fashion,
Yes.
right? but fashion, and that's what we talk about trends, right? And so
Okay.
we know what trends are.
Yes,
We know what fashion
I know
is.
that. Yes.
Right, you know
Okay.
that. So yeah, I'm gonna need you to come
That
up with
segment.
pop culture side. Right. So it all kind of intertwines, right? And I think a person like yourself, that you may not be in the fashion world, but you're into fashion,
Right.
right? So it's like we have to keep ourselves connected to see what's relevant. And just because you know what's relevant doesn't mean that you have to go out and buy exactly what everybody else is buying, right? But you should know about it, right? I think you should still know, because like yourself, I mean, you're not a professional model. I mean, you model for style to a T. I feel like you model for yourself, because when you're taking your own pictures, you're doing all the, whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you per se. I'm just saying in general,
I know what
right?
you mean, yes.
We're doing different poses, and so, but you love to watch the fashion runway,
Yes.
right? I love to watch the award show. And it's not because I really want to watch the awards, because I can just go online and see who won what.
Yes.
I want to see what they're wearing.
Exactly, yes.
I want to see what they're wearing. Listen, for my Christmas party in December, I follow this young lady on YouTube, because she makes sure she gets all of, she's at all of the, I guess she's a blogger. So she's at all the award show. And so she's snapping the pictures and she's posting it, and I'm like, ooh, I get to see everything. Like it was New York Fashion Week. Like,
right.
I only looked at her page, and she had everybody on there, right? And I remember when December came, and I wanted to find something to wear to my Christmas party. I went on her page, right? I was like, let me go and see what I can see.
Right.
And one of my favorite actresses is Halle Berry.
Yes.
And I saw the dress. I remembered it when she won, but it's not stuck in my mind. But when I saw it, I said, that's what I want to wear. And so Candy helped me mimic, that
wish
fit.
I brought that picture.
Yeah. I don't even know if I
did a
posted
very good look-alike.
Yep, we did.
I did a very good look-alike.
It was really good.
And she wore that dress.
She did.
I'm talking about you, honey.
Oh, I did. I was talking about Halle Berry. Like,
but yeah, she wore it too.
I did, and Candy really, she did that with the top and everything, and it was good. And so we had, and I had that top, and I'm gonna wear it again one day. But I'm gonna wear it with some jeans. I'm gonna wear,
or maybe with a burgundy pencil skirt would really look nice.
Oh yeah,
that would really look nice, because that was a very nice top. I mean, yes. Yeah, I did do a good job.
Yeah, you did. But again, when we talk about, the pop culture, we talk about social media. It is part of pop culture.
Yes, because that's what's now.
That's what's now.
I'm lagging.
No, she's not. I don't even know why she's saying that. You're on social media.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I don't every day get on it, and I don't.
It doesn't matter. You're connected.
Well, I'm connected, yes.
Yeah, you're definitely connected. So you're in the now when it comes to the social media. You may not be.
Hey.
OMG. That's why I got that thing on there, OMG. Oh, that's why I got it.
I always say that anyway.
Somebody used to be like, why do you always say OMG? I'm like,
oh, you say it like too? I still say it a lot. I try to keep myself from saying it, because somebody told me one time, you use that all the time.
Well, I would rather you use that to say, oh my God.
Yes, because it could be, oh my gosh. It could be, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it could be OMG.
Exactly.
Because I used to say it all the time too. Anywho, so we talk social media. Just like earlier, a minute ago, you used the word contact.
Yes.
It's slang. We have like, oh, it's a vibe.
Yes.
It's slang.
And what is this thing?
Girl, we're not talking
What
about
is this
that.
thing?
We're not even going to talk about that.
What is this
It's
thing?
a fairy or something.
I'm like, everybody is doing that.
Remember I was doing that and I told you about it?
Yes.
He's like, don't be doing that. Remember Andre was telling you what it was. Anywho,
Anyway,
I'm playing a song for you. Have you heard the song?
there's a song to go to.
Yeah, because
You know I haven't heard the song.
Anywho, listen.
We're getting all off.
Another pop culture thing going on, baby. Listen. I can't keep up with everything, but I am very aware of what's happening. My daughters, they're all in their 30s, and they keep me abreast of what's going on too. But I can go and research my own stuff, and I'll be like, okay.
Well, you know, some things, if it comes to me, fine. If it goes by me, fine too. But the only reason why I asked about that is because even when I'm strolling on, you know, you're just seeing it constantly. Constantly. And here I am doing it.
Yes.
I don't even know
What it means. So please stop.
Oh, it must mean something that's not good.
Just stop.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
But yes,
Yes, it's part of pop culture.
It is part of it. And there's a lot of young girls out there that are making so much money. And I hear some of this music. And
Child, do you need me to hit you in your back?
And I just be like, wait a minute, what is that?
Yeah.
Why is she wearing that? Why does that sound like that? Like, OMG. So, but it is a lot out there. And although I may not like it all, but I look at it because I want to know what's happening.
How about the Boots on the Ground song? That it is the craze. Now that song, there's many songs out here, but that song has gone to the White House. It has gone to everywhere. This little girl, Miss Shirley she's trending. She's everywhere. She's in clubs, bars, from what I understand.
Yeah.
She's in all kinds of places. Some, you may not agree with her being there. She's there. She's getting paid, or her mom is getting paid. Somebody getting paid. Yeah. But I'm just saying that's another pop culture, I suppose, because that's what's now.
It is definitely what's now. So it's a lot of what's happening. You know, is part of pop culture, and that's basically what it is. But for me, we talk about trends and we talk about fashion, and that is something that I'm kind of like in between, because there's some things that come out that I just like, right, and that I will purchase. And maybe everybody else is purchasing it too. But there are times where I'm like, I don't.
And I do that.
I'm not gonna do that, right? But I know I have my own. I don't even know if I have a style. But I think I like to be a little bit more chic. I remember back in the day, every time I would wear something, it would be sheer or lace, and Candy would be like, well, we used to go to the club.
She haven't strayed too far away.
No, but it's classy, right?
Yes.
It's not trashy.
Now, yes.
But and so that was something that I would say, and here's one of these pop culture things that they say now, in your soft girl era. I'm like, have I not been soft? Have I not been? And it's basically your femininity.
To me, when I hear soft girl era, me being what people think is hard, mean, rough, whatever. When I think about it, it means pulling back a little bit. Not being so argumentative or so opinionated or so.
That's part of it.
Yeah. So I guess I too am in my soft girl era because I've been very focused on that. Let a person's opinion be their opinion and be like, you know what? Everybody is different. So there you go.
That's how you get your peace.
That is exactly how
Yes,
I've gotten mine.
it is.
Not worrying about what the next person is doing
Yeah.
or saying or how they feel about anything. Right now, I'm all about how I feel about whatever that makes me comfortable or happy.
Exactly. Absolutely. I absolutely agree with that 100%. But yeah, we talk about, fashions and people hopping on, right? And there's so many things. Like now, I think as I am getting older, like I am not definitely not the trend girl.
No.
Like
I'm not
like I thought I was. I don't think I was ever like fully 100% a trend girl, but there were things out there that I like, and I think we all at some point we saw something, we liked it, we purchased it, right?
You
But
would
there are
take
some
something
people-
from what's trending, and you say
Yeah.
you might get that one thing, but you're not gonna be all
Right.
head to toe.
Toe
And what's
with
the
it.
now? What's the latest? Or
Yeah.
what's happening?
Yeah. So
Because-
there's some people
yeah.
out there that they have everything that they wear has to have a label on it.
Mm.
Right, and when I'm a luxury label, let me say that because I think
Oh,
everything
wow,
has a
yeah.
label on
Yes,
it.
everything
But-
is made by someone.
Yes,
But some names aren't at
Yes.
the forefront like others.
Right. So the luxury brands.
Right.
So well, for me, I could never really afford them when I was in my 20s.
Right.
Right. Raising kids, I just I could not afford them. But even though now I can afford them and I have purchased them, I'm still not that one because I see all the stuff that come out. I'm still not that one like, oh, I gotta have it.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta take my whole paycheck and buy it. So I'm not that trend girl, and so I just love fashion, and I think fashion.
Yeah, that's me. I
is-
like fashion.
Yes.
Yes. Fashion or style. I'm
Yes.
not into trends so
Yes.
much.
Exactly.
Because I
'Cause there's a
I
difference.
will deliberately allow that trend to pass by and may have purchased that thing while it was trending, but I'm not gonna wear it while everybody else is wearing it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Because let me tell you one thing about trends. They are going to come and they're going to
right back
go
around
and they're going to come
again.
back around.
They will.
They will. They will.
Mhm.
I saw something on, and I said I should have sent it to myself on Instagram where they were talking about Sergio Valente jeans.
Oh yeah, I still have mine.
I was just
I still
like,
have a pair of Sergio
Yeah.
Valente.
they trying to come back.
Yes, and Calvin Klein's and Gloria Vanderbilt. I have each pair of those jeans from way back. Some people have never even heard of any of them, so it means nothing to you. But those were the names. I was only around 18, and I remember that age because I was still living on where I grew up. And I have pictures of me showing off my Gloria Vanderbilt, my Calvin Klein. I was still living back there, so I know how old I was. I'm now about to have a birthday next month. And so that was a long time ago.
It's a
But
long
yeah,
time
so
ago.
you're saying that those are coming back?
Yeah, I heard
So
something.
you mean
on
I
there.
can pull them back out?
Child, baby, you should put them
Well,
on
I've been
anyway.
wearing them all along. Nobody
Exactly.
ever see my labels, but
Right.
those are the jeans that
Yeah. And so again, they will just come back around.
Yeah.
I look at the
Most
I
things
look at
do.
the platforms.
Yeah.
They've been out. I've never been a fan of them. Never.
Oh, shoes, platform shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, I was, and
Yeah.
I had
Never
many,
been.
many pair of them,
Yeah.
and still do.
Yeah,
Well, I
always
got
shy
rid of
away
a
from
lot
it.
at the yard sale, but
I
yeah.
bought a couple. I have a gold pair, and I just liked it because it was gold. I was like, I needed a gold pair of sandals.
Oh.
And
Oh yeah.
child,
I
I
love
wore one
them.
time, and baby, they are sitting in the box.
Okay, and I have them.
You can't fit them. You can't never fit. She was trying to wear my shoes and something. I'm bigger than her. Okay, she's smaller than me. In the feet,
In the feet,
the
bigger
feet
than
is
her.
bigger than mine. Not the clothes, but I wish it was the other way around.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna show them to you one day.
Okay. But yeah, I was, and I still am. I can't say that I don't like platforms even today, and I
Yeah.
still have some. But and I said when I put the stuff out for the yard sale, I said, oh, platforms, they've lived their life, and I gave
Yeah.
up. But there was a few pairs that, but no, I'm not giving up these.
So one of my favorite influencers, she's on Instagram, and she's an Amazon, but she's have a lot of brands that she collaborates with. And I think you know who our girl is. But anywho, I saw her today.
Platforms.
Pink.
As you know, I'm into my pink era.
With a big heart.
Oh, wow.
The pink. I was like, okay, because
yes.
red is my favorite color, and now pink has become the second favorite color.
Pink is mine. One of mine.
I was like,
yes.
Pink platforms with a huge heart on the front.
Oh,
Baby, they are in my cart.
I need to see it.
Baby, they in my cart. And
I
contemplating.
know I love
And I
them.
said, Tanya, you going to keep them right in there because you ain't supposed to be buying nothing. Okay?
Yeah, that's
and I've been good.
I've been good. Not to buy anything.
But they just too inexpensive.
But you know what? Next month is your
too
birthday.
inexpensive.
Next month is your birthday.
Well, what am I wearing for my birthday? Because I got a whole nother color that I can't buy a dress.
But you can buy them as a gift for your birthday. You don't need to wear them.
But
on
there's
your
other
birthday.
gifts that I gotta buy for my birthday, and that one gift that I'm gonna buy is enough for the whole entire year.
Oh wow!
So, cause I said, you know what? I think I thought about, you know, not buying throughout the year and necessities. I mean, you know, just basic stuff. But I have everything I need, just like you do.
Yeah.
She probably got
It never stops you from seeing something
that you like,
yeah.
right? So we have to learn how to purge. That's a whole nother segment. Okay,
that's
a whole nother segment. And so I forgot what I was gonna say because you messed me up.
You were talking about the pink shoes.
The shoes, and so
platform.
Yes, I was saying that I would try my best. So like I have not been shopping, right? And I'm so proud of myself. Mm-hmm. However, I said that when my birthday came, because I like to celebrate my birthday, and it don't even have to be nothing big, right? But I love to celebrate my birthday. So I said I'll buy myself a nice birthday gift.
Yep.
That expensive, you know, gift, because I haven't bought myself anything, right? And so
I understand.
Yes. And I said, maybe I'll do it twice a year, that I do it like a big purchase.
I do Christmas and my birthday.
That's what I was going to say.
And this past Christmas, I didn't buy myself anything.
Yeah.
So I need to get 2 gifts on my birthday.
Yes. And last year I didn't have to buy. That's when my kids, my husband, they bought me a nice bag.
Right.
And so I didn't have to purchase because I was going to buy it myself. I was going to be mad if I had to, but I didn't have to. So this year, I have something in mind that I would like to buy for my birthday. But I'm not. Or maybe I will because we're going on a birthday trip. And so we'll talk about that later too.
Yes. As the
next
time
month
grows near, yes.
So I think I will do that for my birthday, you know, when we are, you know, on that trip. But yes, so yeah, those, you know, it's the fashion for me. And I have to, because this has become part of my life, because I have a boutique and I'm trying to pivot, you know, from away from certain things for the business, because I would love to have brands or some luxury, not luxury brands, but luxury in fact when I'm speaking about fabric and quality of clothing, right?
Yes.
I would love to have that and to have my own line of things, and because I've been sketching, girl, I've been doing some stuff. I'm gonna have to let you know about that.
Okay.
But anywho,
well, all right.
So when I think about that, you know, when I think about, you know, my own, and I think about, you know, having that, it always scares me because I'm always just trying to target the everyday woman.
Yeah.
And the everyday average woman may not be able to afford a jumpsuit that costs $200, right? But there are some that would. Right?
And there's those who will save towards something that they really want. Just because I can't afford to buy it with this paycheck because of all my bills and my kids and everything else, I will save towards it. And then the next month, hey, I'm going to get my thing.
Yes.
And it's kind of like what they call it, layaway.
Or baby, now it's called after. Baby, she's showing her age today.
Layaway.
It's called Afterpay now.
Okay, Afterpay.
PayPal.
Or whatever. It just means
You pay it in installments.
Yes. Exactly. And you'll still get the same outfit that the other person just went straight up and purchased.
And let me just tell you, the website for Style to a T Boutique is going to be live June 21st. It's going to be live. So you will be able to go onto my website, StyleToATBoutique.com. You will be able to go on that website and purchase. Okay?
Lots of nice
I'm getting it in order, okay? I'm getting it in order. But yes, so we have actually gone over our time today, but it's okay. Because I'm gonna break it down into 2 parts, okay? We're gonna break it down into 2 parts. But but fashion, that's what our love is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it a new language. Fashion is my love language. Okay. Okay.
Hey, and I
listen,
guess I speak the same.
You speak the same language, right? Okay. So
all right.
We thank you guys for being with us today. We appreciate you. Listen, again, I want you to subscribe to Cousins and Conversation. That is cousin with a C, the word and conversations with a C. You can actually leave us a comment. I want you to share. I want you to like it. And come on, just talk to us. Let us know how we're doing. Like
give us some
said,
feedback.
Yes, give us some feedback.
Whether it's good or bad or indifferent. We just want to hear from you.
But be nice, okay? Listen, like I was going to say on one of my platforms today, that we are amateurs, but we're having a great time. So be nice to us, okay? When you're giving us this constructive criticism, be nice, okay, people? So we want you to have an amazing day or week on purpose.
Yeah.
And remember,
love like you mean it.
All right, guys, be good.
Bye.
Be good. Be good.